What's up YouTube, it's Razer. So, a new Pot of Greed card got released on YGO Pro for machine type monsters. So I made a Symphonic Machina Gadget deck to use the new card with. Before I jump into the deck though, I wanted to go over the other machine archetypes that you could potentially use this card with. So, obviously you can use it with Cleforts, but a majority of the time, you'll have more than 2 monsters on the field in Cleforts, so probably not the best idea to run the card in that. Gimmick Puppets, yeah, you could run it in Gimmick Puppets pretty well. So, and then Dark Machines, there's like it's not really an archetype, but there's Dark Machine support out there. And you could run it in Dark Machines, and that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty good. Despots, because I added the wrong despot to the thing, but I was going to add this one. So number 3 will allow you to special summon a despot, and then it will allow you to activate Iron Draw. So you could potentially run it in despots. BES, it could be pretty good in that archetype, but it's hard to get 2 on the field in one turn in BES. You can only usually get 1 on the field and then 1 on the field a turn, so it's kind of hard to get 2, but it could work in that too. Dino Mist, you usually have more than 2 monsters on the field. Well, they don't really spam as much as Cleforts, so it'd be more likely in Dino Mist. You'll be more likely to be able to use it in Dino Mist more than Cleforts. Cyber Dragons, with the new support, you could run it in that, but you generally are going to be special summoning more after you use the draw. So, because the draw 2 has a drawback. You can't special summon. You can only special summon 1 time after you use it. So that'd be a problem for Cyber Dragons, because you draw the 2 and then maybe you go into Seeger or whatever, and that'll be all you'll be able to do for that turn, and you won't be able to make any other plays. So you could use it in them, but I wouldn't recommend it. Crystons, you could easily get 2 monsters on the field in this archetype, so yeah, it could work. And they don't really special summon but 1 time anyway, so usually they make like a huge synchro, and that's it. So it'd be pretty good to use with Crystons. Gyurgia Karakuri, I added these together because obviously they were used together. So you can use, it'd be definitely good in Gyurgia. So it'd be pretty good to use with them. Super Heavy Samurais, this card will allow you to special summon a Super Heavy Samurai. And there's also other Super Heavy Samurais that can special summon themselves in the hand, so it would definitely work in Super Heavy Samurais. And they only special summon once after. They only need to special summon once anyway. So make like a synchro, and that'd be about it. So they could work with them. Obviously, Iron Draw will work with Speedroids, ABCs, but the problem is if you draw the 2, you would need 2 special summons, because most of the time in ABCs you go into a link play, like a Decode Talker or another Link 3 or Link 2, and then you go into ABC Dragon Buster, so that's 2 special summons. So it could be a problem for ABCs to run it, but it could still be ran in ABCs. And then this is interesting. I was actually thinking about this. So Mech Lords can get 2 Pot of Greeds in their deck. So Iron Draw, and this card's a Pot of Greed as well. And it requires 2 Mechlord monsters in the field. Same as this, 2 machines. So 2 Mechlords. And so basically they'll have 2 pot of greeds in their deck. But you have to get 2 machine monsters in the field, so it might be a little bit difficult for Mechlords. But getting 2 can't be that hard in Mechlords. I don't really have much experience with the archetype, so I wouldn't really know. But I'm sure you can get 2 machines in the field pretty easily. Anti-Gear Catapult. Use that on Gear Town. And that's an instant iron draw. Because you'll get a special summon off Catapult. Plus you get a special summon off Gear Town. So that's 2 machines right there. And that'll give you the push to be able to go for your OTK. With, what is it, Chaos Giant, I think? What is it? I think it's Chaos Giant. No. Let me see, Ancient. I'm going to get this right because I don't remember what the card's called. I thought it was called Chaos Giant though. Oh, it's just called Giant. Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, that's the archetypes you could potentially use Iron Draw with. But now let's go over the archetype I decided to use. Machina, or Symphonic Machina Gadgets. So let's go ahead and jump into the deck here. So we got triple Machina Fortress, obviously. Triple Symphonic Warrior Mics. Sorry, excuse me. Machina Gear Frame, triple Machina Gear Frame. Double Gold Gadget, double Silver Gadget, double Green Gadget, double Red Gadget, and double Yellow Gadget. And then Symphonic Warrior Guitars. Triple Ash Blossom, one Regeki, one Monster Reborn, triple the New Iron Draw, triple Bottomless, triple Back to the Front Lines, triple Solemn Strike, one Solemn Judgment, and one Solemn Warning. And then for the extra deck, Big Eye for Machina Fortress, Utopia, Package, Geargagan X, Tornado Dragon, Baguska, Castell, Boarload, Skulldread, Firewall, Decode Talker, Cleafort Genius, and double Mrs. Radiant. So getting 2 machine monsters on the field and gadgets is really easy. Because you got Gold Gadget, Silver Gadget. They both special summon a machine type monster from your hand, a level 4 or lower machine type monster from your hand. So that right there will get you your 2 machines. You could also use Symphonic Warrior Guitars, special summon a mics from your deck, and then normal summon, and that'll get you your 2 machines. You got Machina Gear Frame to search Machina Fortress, which you can special summon by discarding itself and any other machine type monster. And that'll get you your 2 machines. So that's the 3 ways you can get 2 machines on the field. So it is very easy to do. And you don't really need to special summon anymore after that either. So you may go into a link summon or whatever, and that'll be about it. So this card is perfect for this archetype. It's easy to pull off, and the drawback doesn't really hurt this deck. So very nice. The rest of the deck is a bunch of traps, and that's about it. So you go ahead and check out the duels, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Later.